Hi there, and welcome to this episode of How to Be Happy. And we're going to continue with the factors that you have some control over. And these are important because a state of unhappiness is generally the result of a lot of different factors. And as we have been examining, there are some things that we can control, and when you start swapping those out, it's a bit like having a jigsaw puzzle with, say, 10 pieces, and that's your unhappiness puzzle, and a parallel puzzle with exactly the same shape are pieces but of some sort of a happy scene. So you take one out one at a time and you put the other one in, and bit by bit you take out the unhappiness scene and you replace it with a mostly happiness scene. A simplistic analogy, but it kind of works, simply because temporary unhappiness lasts maximum about a few months, but it's usually caused by one cataclysmic event, bereavement, loss of job, divorce, that kind of thing. But time heals that eventually, hopefully, most of the time. Okay, I'm qualifying this because I realize there are always exceptions to the rule, but if your life is generally one of unhappiness and you feel it could be better, which is why I presume you are at this channel and you are watching these videos, then that means it's probably like all the straws on the camel's back. It's there, it's weighing you down. It's like anchors, chains, all these other things that you've got to drag along like Marley's ghost, and it's possible to swap those out. So today we are going to look at something else which is in your control. It's usually referred to by the woo-woo term of mindfulness, but it's basically bringing it down to no nonsense language. It's concentrating or focusing on some occupation, some preoccupation, some activity that you are doing at the present moment, and it requires your focus. Now, this does not include driving because most of us drive on autopilot. Anything which is muscle memory does not count. But on a wider scale, it would include meditation, and one of the more popular things in recent years has been coloring books, but there are many other examples, one of which we alluded to before was cooking, because you need to make sure that you are focusing. If you're chopping vegetables, you don't chop your fingers off or cut yourself, that you end up with vegetables which are the correct size, and also while you're stirring and hovering over the cooking pot, that the thing doesn't spoil, doesn't burn, doesn't overboil, that kind of thing. Those are examples of activities which require mindfulness. Puzzles would be another one. Crossword puzzles, Sudoku, anything which you've got to focus and think, and a puzzle is a problem with a fun aspect. When you get the solution, you feel good, you feel proud of yourself. So there's that aspect to it all as well. It's kind of build your self-esteem levels, which will release good biochemicals in your body. So we're going to look at coloring books, though, specifically because they are a big thing at the moment. A massive industry. Like, who would have thought that would have been the case? Because colouring in is regarded usually, or used to be regarded, as a child's activity. How it caught on, I don't know. I do know that the first major book was, is it My Secret Garden, or The Secret Garden? And I think there are 2 or 3 editions of this now. And mandalas are another one, secret mandalas, and various variations on those themes. And there's a whole industry now about slightly more rude ones. So it's there, it's popular, and it may be something that you want to explore. But there are many other things which, if that does not appeal to you, then there are many other things which require a degree of concentration and focus over a period of time. and those things will help you to relax. And that's the important thing. We're talking about relaxing. Relaxation helps relieve stress, and stress stops relaxation. So when you do something deliberate to try to get out of that stressed state, then that is beneficial to you. Now, some things are a source of stress in themselves. You might think that you're focusing, like for me personally, ironing. I do not like ironing, but it does require focus. It does require concentration, because you've got to make sure you get rid of the creases. But I know people who love ironing, and if you're one of those people, it's there. Okay, so that's today's episode. What we've looked at basically is that focusing is a way of, the reason it is a way of de-stressing yourself is because you're not worried about things that happened in the past, and you're not worrying about things that happen in the future. All that nagging is put aside while you have a block of time where you focus, where you concentrate on one thing. Okay, and that's important. Okay, 6:17, getting better. I'll be with you back again tomorrow. I will be looking a bit more at this whole area of being in the present. Okay, bye now.